And now I want to show you a simple magical trick that could be done by an energy. So let us start. One. Hello, good morning everyone. Thank God we could meet here again in virtual learning. Today we are going to discuss about energy. What is energy? What are we waiting for? Let us discuss. After you learn this chapter, you will know how to define energy, types of energy, and I hope you put you some equations of energy. Have you ever wondered why do you need to eat every day? Yes, of course, you will need food because the food gives you energy. In physics, the energy is defined as the capacity to do work. There are many forms of energy, such as chemical that contain in your food, sound energy that make you could hear something, heat energy that makes you warm, nuclear energy that create or produce electricity, and mechanical energy is the form of energy that could be met in our everyday life. But please remember that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It only could be converted from one form into another form. Now, there are two types of energy that we have experienced in our everyday life: the potential and kinetic energy. The potential energy is a energy that stored in an object because of its positions or because of its deformations. Because of that, the potential energy have two kinds of potential energy. There are gravitational potential energy, that is the energy stored in an object due to its relative positions to the earth, and the elastic potential energy, or in other words, it is the energy stored in an object due to the deformations of an elastic object. Let us discuss about the gravitational potential energy. Potential energy of gravity is affected by the object mass and the elevation above reference point from the ground or from some other surfaces. It makes the consequences that the higher the object will be put, the higher the potential energy owned by the object. As you could see here, the higher potential energy is owned by the highest object. And we could see that the equations of the gravitational potential energy is m times g times h, with m is mass, g is gravitational field, and h is height. And the unit of potential energy is Newton meter, or we could say it is on joule. What is elastic potential energy? Have you seen a spring? Yes. When you press a spring and when you release it, the spring will goes back into its origin form. So the elastic potential energy is a kind of energy that on because of the object elasticity. As you could see here, when a fiberglass floating pole bends, the potential energy is stored in the bent pole or in your muscle here. Your muscle here, when your muscle is stretched, the potential energy is stored in the elongated elastin fibers. That is so interesting. So there are many kinds of elastic potential energy. You could see the potential energy in this video. And there is another kind of energy, the kinetic energy. The kinetic energy is a kind of energy that owned by a moving object. The equations of kinetic energy is half of m times the v square, with m is mass and v is velocity. And same as potential energy, the kinetic energy also has a unit of joule. And when we sum up both potential energy and kinetic energy, we could get a mechanical energy. A mechanical energy is an energy that used to do a particular work. Or in other words, the mechanical energy will be equals with potential energy plus the kinetic energy. And how the conversions of energy happen, actually you could see on this video. Let's go. So we have see the video when the sprinter runs. He used his kinetic energy and he convert the kinetic energy in when he wants to jump, and the kinetic energy is converted into potential elastic energy. And when he is on the air, the potential energy is converted into gravitational potential energy. After he jumps down, the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. And after that, the athlete got the medal. That is the how the energy converted. And actually, there is a relationship between work and energy. As we already know from the beginning of this lecture, the energy is defined as the capacity to do work. Then, the work done by external force acting on object causes a change in the mechanical energy of the object. What does it mean? It means that work will be equals with the change of energy, or in other words, the change of potential energy plus the change of kinetic energy is the same as work. I hope that will make you understand the concept of energy. So before we end our session today, I want to show you a simple experiment how the energy could be converted. And hello, now I have a ceramic cup on my hand. What will happen when I release the cup from my hand? Of course, the cup will fall down, and if there is no string attached here, the cup will break. And now I want to show you a simple magical trick that could be done by an energy. So let us start. 1, 2, 3. Woo! The cup is hanging there because of energy. That is one for today. God bless you and see you around today. Bye everyone.